learning experience. So we are now on recording. I'm going to mute everyone. So if you want to unmute yourself, I think you still have the ability to. If you want to stop me at any time, feel free to do so. And then also, so Carol says her intro in the chat. So you can learn about Contra Costa Bar Association and Carol by looking at the chat box. Okay, so today we're going to talk about success with Facebook Live. Facebook Live is so powerful for your business. I think a lot of people have dabbled in it or tried it here and there, so it's all about making it stronger for you and for your business. Can everybody see my screen? Yeah. Good. Shake your head, yes. Yes, okay, good. Just want to make sure. We already went through and introduced ourselves and talked about what's here. I just wanted to show you guys this because I just updated this yesterday. How cool is this? If you knew me back in August 2015, which a lot of you women did know me, this is kind of like our timeline over the last year. So it's a little bit small, but I'm pretty proud. It's fun. And then we added our digital marketing party in May and just some different things. So we're now currently in 8 states, doing business, either website, social media, clients, inner circle, just all the services that Omni Social Media provides. So just kind of fun to look at how far we've come in the last couple of years. Pretty proud. So what is Facebook Live? Here is a little example of me doing a Facebook Live and just having fun with it. So you can write on your Facebook Lives, like right on the screen. You can put these fun filters on. It's about 2 years old. They launched in 2016, and obviously a video live streaming service, so you cannot edit your Facebook Lives. So kind of fun and challenging, but I prefer them now. They're so great and so effective. So a couple of reasons why you want to do Facebook Live. I'm going to see how this looks if I present it this way. So why go live on Facebook? If you want to establish yourself as a thought leader in your industry, obviously, just show confidence in your products and services. People are like, wow, she's really serious about this business. Maybe it's something I should look into, or what is she talking about? The fact that you go live just shows a lot about who you are and what you can handle as a woman and a business owner, and just kind of attract that client that you're looking for, I think, a lot of times. You can interact with your audience if you're live, which is a huge difference than recorded video and then, recording and then putting it up. People can see it, but then there's no interaction there. And one of my favorite things about Facebook Live is when the speaker stops and is like, hi, Erica. Hi, Tess. How are you? And then they keep going, right? So you can interact with your live audience, and it just kind of shows that you, again, can handle different situations. It's free, drives more traffic to your Facebook pages. So a lot of people will do Facebook Live, then they'll stop doing Facebook Live, and then they'll say, why is my reach down? And it's like, well, you got to keep doing Facebook Live. Kind of like that boost button. Once you start paying, it's always going to want you to pay into that. This at least is free. Again, it's work, but it might be a good way to get that traffic and that reach that you're looking for. Maureen had a success story that she was just telling me about before everybody jumped on. So I'm going to have her share that in a second. But did you know that 1 in every 5 Facebook videos is a live broadcast? So that means 1 Facebook Live, and then there'll be 4 recorded videos. So 1 in 5 is pretty popular than 1 in 10, or 1 in 15. They're pretty popular now, and they're very effective. This is kind of an interesting fact. The daily watch time for Facebook Live broadcasts has grown by more than 4 times. So it's just kind of keeps going out of control. And Facebook Live videos are watched 3 times longer than videos that are recorded. So again, just something to kind of keep in mind if you're like, why am I going live? It just truly is like the most effective thing that can do for your business. This picture here is another example of I can't see the chat box right now, just by the way, so I will pull that back up in a second and answer any questions. I'm getting through this stuff kind of quickly, only because I want to get into more of like the technical stuff of really how to go live and how to do your script and different things like that. But again, I have like this fun filter. I'm on live, I have 4 viewers. This is like a filter. This is not a real thing that I'm wearing. This is like something that Facebook Live put on my head. So just kind of fun. But you have to make a commitment. So I don't want you just like, oh, I'm going to go live once this week because Tess told me to. Really, let's spend in the next 30 minutes or so, in the next 45 minutes, let's write down a plan. Okay, I'm going to go live once a month on the 15th of every month. Or I'm going to go live once a week, every Tuesday at 2. Or what's going to work for you, and then let's make that commitment. Because if you're serious about Facebook Live, it'll be serious about you, and it really will boost your business. I don't know if you guys remember, but like 2 summers ago, all summer long, I did like a 5 to 10 minute Facebook Live every day, Monday through Friday. It was a huge commitment. It was so challenging, but I made it happen. I'd be so tired at the end of the day, but I'm like, you know what? I committed to this, and I did them in my car. A lot of times you can see I'm in my car in this Facebook Live. But then I would go to the grocery store and people would just be like, oh my gosh, I just saw you. Oh my gosh, how are you? And they just act like they knew me. And it just really was easy to talk to people. I'm like, oh, hi. And then like, we should exchange cards or exchange numbers, or let's be friends, And then I had so many more introductions just because I was top of mind all the time and in people's news feeds. So what's your commitment going to be? We're going to create a series today. That's something else we're going to do in your next 40 minutes. And then I'm going to talk to you about your content a little bit. And then, so you're not just, again, going live and being done. You've got to keep that momentum going. So I hope a lot of you guys are ready to do that. And something else we're going to talk about today is you don't always have to go live like facing the camera. You can just go live and face a room and do like an event or like at a concert or like at a winery or something else. It doesn't always just have to be of you talking. So I think some of you guys can go, phew. Have a consistent call to action. What do you want people to do? So click the link below. If some of you guys are making these Facebook Lives for your YouTube channel, which is another thing we're going to talk about today, which I highly recommend, all of those Facebook Lives that I did that summer where I was doing them every single day, downloaded them, uploaded them to my YouTube channel. I now have over 100 videos on YouTube, right? And so that just helps establish myself as a thought leader. And it's like, I can't help but talk about social media marketing. You guys can't help but talk about your products and services because you're just so passionate and you love it so much. So we're going to talk about how you can really expose that for years to come and keep this content and just reuse it in different ways, especially with YouTube. So I have a really great something I want to show you with that. It's towards the end. Select a neutral background and settings. You can see my setting right now. I'm just at my office. It'd probably be best if I was like a little bit up so that my camera was like right in line with my nose, but just be conscientious of what your background is. But again, going live in your car, no shame in that. You got to get it done. And people are like, what is she up to, right? It kind of causes conversation, and just be mindful. If any natural lighting is great. So if you could find some natural lighting. And then of course, play around with the filters. It kind of catches people off guard and they're like, how did she do that? I want to try that. And like, no, they're not talking about your products and services, but they're talking about you, right? And the next time they see you, they're like, what are you doing? Like, how did you do that? And so it just causes more conversations. And you know what I say, the more conversations you have, the more money you make. So, and then put your live videos on YouTube. I kind of already talked about that. And I'm going to show you how to do that at the end of today, towards the end. So a little bit how to use Facebook Live. So what I'm going to do, let me exit out of this, not exit out, but give it a second. So we're actually going to get our phones out, and you're not going to go live right now. Well, if you want to, actually, I think everybody is in, I think everyone is in the inner circle. So if you want to just test it out in the inner circle right now and go live in there, that's not public. So Christine said, good to hear. I don't know what you said good to hear about. Maybe not always going live with yourself. Maybe where you can go live on a room. Okay, so everyone can pull out their phone. Just so I think everyone has gone live before, but if you have any questions, this is how you get to it on Facebook. I recommend you going live on your Facebook business page and then sharing it to your personal page. Now, if you don't want to do that, you can go live directly on your personal page, okay? Either way works. If you want to go live in the inner circle first, what you would do is you would just type in inner circle and let's see, Margie's trying to get on here. Okay, so let's see. You have to give Facebook access to your camera and your microphone when you're prompted. So go through these settings now. And again, you don't have to hit that final live button, but doing this now, you won't have to do it again. Write a compelling description. So like, did you know that most Facebook lives aren't, I feel like I'm on Facebook Live right now. Did you know that most Facebook Lives people don't watch with sound? So they just see your mouth moving and they'll watch you, but they won't turn their sound on. Most likely because they're laying in bed and their spouse is asleep next to them, or they are in line at the grocery store or picking up their kids from the carpool. They may or may not turn the sound on if they're in that situation. But a lot of times they don't even have the sound on. Okay, they're just impressed that you're on live. So in your comment, if you're like, hey, turn your sound on, you'll want to hear this, you'll have more of a maybe more people will turn it on. You also want to say, I'm giving what you're talking about, right? Here's 3 tips on, Jill did 3 tips on what to read in a label. And she had an example of a smoothie and talked about the different things, and she labeled it. You can edit this after if you want, so you don't have to worry about it, but then it says like, so right under your name, it says who you want it to go to. So you want to make sure it's public, first of all. Always, everything should always be public, no matter what you post, but we can talk, that's a different topic, right? You can put in like your fun accessories, like your location, like in Pleasanton or in Livermore or wherever. But then you just click like, okay, so I was just making sure I wasn't missing any of these steps that I wrote down for you guys. So add to your post, so then you're just gonna choose live video. And when you choose live video, you can have the camera face you or face away and tap to add a description. Then this little wand thing on the side, that's where you get the fun filters. I don't know if you guys see, but you can have like fun filters of just like some craziness. Is everybody messing with the filters? Christine's getting excited. I can't hear you, but you can turn your sound on if you want. You know what? These are way more fun when I can hear you guys. I'm going to turn the sound on for everyone.
Oh, it's so funny.
Okay, which filter are you looking at?
I don't know if you can see. Can you see?
Oh, cute. Yeah.
I mean, it's like crazy.
I know. So if you imagine if you went live with that, right?
I'm snorkeling on the video with little kids.
It really catches people's attention. So what I'll do, oh my gosh.
Yesterday, I just learned that you could like create your own filter with like your logo.
Okay.
I haven't used it yet, but I'm going to use it today when I do my live later today.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. The only thing is, okay, and that's awesome. I'm super excited about it, but don't get so hung up on trying to make that work that you don't go live.
Yeah.
If you can't make it work in like 3 minutes or less, forget it and use a different filter and do it next time, you know?
For sure. Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, and so sometimes what I'll do is I'll do one of these crazy filters at the beginning of my live and be like, hi guys, what's up? And kind of like move around. I don't know if you guys noticed, but like every Monday when I go live in the inner circle, when I start it, I'm like dancing or doing something like this. And it gets people to stop and watch, okay? So if you're just like, hi, da-da-da-da, and you're stiff and you start the video like this, you're gonna get a lot more traction if you have a filter on or if you're like, what's up? And you're like waving at the camera or doing some sort of movement, okay? I wish I could I'm trying to figure out how I can turn on everyone's chat or so I can unmute everyone. You can all unmute yourselves if you want because it's so much more fun when you guys can talk. Okay, so definitely have fun with the filters and then comment. Okay, is everybody excited about this?
Yeah. Yeah. How do we know we're posting to the inner circle again?
So what you're gonna do is you're going to, instead of like get out of everything and then the search bar, post to the inner circle or hey Margie on the elliptical. Okay. I love it. Committed. I love it. We're just talking about filters and what you can do for that. So
okay, we have to go into the inner circle first.
Me. Search Omni inner circle and then hit write something. And then do you see the little live video? And then if you do all of it in there, that's you going.
Oh yeah, right. So that's all gonna stay in the inner circle?
Yeah, it'll just be in the inner circle, so it won't be public. You can just practice. You know, people will know that you're on this webinar and you're just practicing.
I think we've gone Crazy.
That's what, it's a safe place for all, right?
Right.
Tell us that they're not on here. And then, so it just says to members of the Omni Inner Circle. So go ahead and like put a comment in, like you're gonna do it for real. Choose a filter, maybe even start your live video if you want. And really just get comfortable with doing it. Okay, and so, yeah. And then we're gonna do a public one, you know, tomorrow.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
Oh, no. And we can't get rid of it once we do it? It's there forever?
No, you can delete it.
You can delete it.
Oh, you can?
I just deleted mine.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, if you put it publicly to everybody and you just say, oh, God, what did I do? You can get rid of it?
Yeah. Yeah. You can totally delete it.
Maybe not before people have seen it, but you can. Right?
Yeah, but most likely if you delete it right away, you're fine. Okay, so what are you going to say in these Facebook Live videos that you're going to do every week, right? That you're going to commit to? And so I know that I personally can literally talk about social media marketing for probably practically like 10 hours straight, or actually longer than that. Like I could probably go for 24 hours, like, and you can do that, and this feeds into this, and da-da-da-da. I'm betting that you can probably talk about your business and feed all these different scenarios into your business too, right? And so leverage that content, leverage your brain and how much you know about your industry, okay? But what we have to do is we have to break it up into tiny little bite-sized pieces for people to understand. So like imagine like how on your website you have your about section, and then you have your products and services section, and then you have your reviews section, that you have all these different sections on your website, right? You could almost break up your content in your Facebook Lives the exact same way. So it's like the first Tuesday you talk about your products and services. The second Tuesday of the month you talk about your about you, right? The third Tuesday you talk about testimonies that people you have helped. The fourth Tuesday you talk about a call, like a, hey guys, I know you guys have been watching me on my Facebook Lives for the past 3 weeks. If you're ready now, you know, this is how you get started. Margie, you are cracking me up. I have to like.
I don't know. I wasn't.
I can't stop watching you. Okay. Okay. So, you guys understand how you're
I
gonna.
don't even know.
I think, I don't know. I think that might be her background noise. She might need to be muted. Let me mute her. Okay. So, Margie, you mute me because if you can. With someone, I'm getting background noise. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna make.
I did something.
Who did something?
I did something. I don't know. I posted.
Oh, there.
I don't know what I
think
did.
you can mute everybody
you
and
know
then
what?
unmute.
Yeah.
I think it was me going live if you like on Inner Circle. Probably.
You're in the background. I don't know.
That's okay. Okay. So what you do is you just break it into tiny, tiny bite-sized pieces. Has anybody just for example, I was an education coordinator at my networking group for over a year. And so I would create like little like education moments, right? Look at it as like an education moment. And I would type out every week an education moment and present it to the group that I was in. I would then take that exact same thing and later that day post it on live and be like, hey, this is, and it wasn't even about social media. It was about professional networking, or it was about different things. And every day I would say, hey guys, I go live on 4 different topics: social media marketing, professional networking, personal development, and I forget what the 4th one was, but I had like 4 things, and I'd be like, I talk about these 4 things whenever I feel like it, basically. But then people kind of knew what I was about and like who I was. Or leadership, I think, was the 4th thing. So I'm like 3 tips to being a good leader or a good entrepreneur, or different things like that. So they're like, okay, I know that Tess is always going to have something of value if she's sticking to those topics. So really, you can make this whatever you want to make it, okay? Always, always, always write it down before. So I have it written down on my PowerPoint, so I kind of know, but just have notes written down. And I saw a couple of you guys do this week when you were going live, and I didn't even notice, you know, that it looked natural. Like I knew you had notes written down because I told you to do that, but it looked so natural, and you can just, all right, and go to your next point, okay? And pause and go slow and try to make them as long as possible, okay? but always, always, always have notes, because you can just get overwhelmed, or if like the data starts like failing on you, like your Wi-Fi starts failing or something and it does get cut off, at least it was structured and you weren't in the middle of like this random story. You were like on number 2, right? And it just looks better. Introduce yourself every single time. Again, it's kind of like at a networking event when you go around and you do your 30 seconds and you're like, hi, you know, I'm this, and you feel like you're just always repeating yourself. Same thing. Always, always, always repeat yourself. Again, this is a free soapbox for you to stand on, right? It's a free platform for you to get marketing. And even if you're not talking about your business, like let's say you're like, I'm going to talk about women empowerment today, or I'm going to talk about community development, or I'm going to talk about my nonprofit philanthropy. Still say who you are and what your business is, right? It looks professional, you look confident, and it gains your credibility and your reputation, right? And it makes people remember. So
hey, Tess,
yeah.
will you go back to full screen on your PowerPoint or whatever?
Yeah, you like that better? For sure.
Yeah. Can't see part of the words.
Okay. So, an opening question or a compelling statement. So this is like it might be kind of hard. Just know I can't see the chat. So if you want to talk to me, unmute me, or unmute yourself. An opening question or a compelling statement is something like fun, like, did you know that Facebook Live are watched 3 times longer than recorded video? Hi, I'm Tess, founder of Omni Social Media. Today I'm going to give you guys, I kind of talked about this on Monday, 3 tips. I'm not going to talk about social media marketing. Surprisingly, I'm going to talk about leadership development. And being a good leader for your business is very important. And so then I'm gaining more knowledge than just social media all the time, where I think people kind of get like bored or frustrated, or they're like, yeah, I'm not doing social media tests. Like, I don't care what you say. Then it's like, okay, well, I'm going to give you tips on how to be a better business owner or be a better leader in your household or whatever, okay? And you might think like, who am I to talk about that? But if you have the guts to go on Facebook Live, that gives you the power to talk about whatever you want to talk about, okay? So if it's something, how do you guys feel about that? Like talking about something that's not directly related to getting a sale for your business. You like that idea?
Yeah, I mean, I love Facebook Live. I'm always on Facebook Live. I think my friends have learned to, as a matter of fact, sometimes I get private messages saying, hey, you haven't done a Facebook Live in a while. Where are you?
Yeah. And so when you go on Facebook Live, what are the things that do you write your notes down, Linda?
I don't take notes. Usually I just get on and do my thing. I know what I'm going to talk about before I get on, and I've thought about it, and I usually rehearse what I'm going to talk about. Okay. But also anytime anybody comes back on to comment or talk back to me, then it changes the whole dynamic of whatever it is I practice. So I'm go with the flow.
Cool. Yeah. I'm going to pause real quick and let Maureen did a Facebook Live, I think like 2 weeks ago now. Maureen, tell us what happened on your Facebook Live.
I apologize, Tess. It was just a video, but like my son said, Mom, you've got to do videos and you've got to be in it. So, a lot of times when I think about promoting a product, I look like I do now, and I don't want people to see me. Anyway, I did a Facebook a video on our new mop, and I kind of on purposely spilled really good wine on the floor, and I got more comments about wasting wine than the mop, but I got a new customer. So I think sometimes you just have to have fun with it. Yeah. So I'm sure, Tess, that applies to Facebook Live too. Right. People want to see you having fun.
Yeah. And do you introduce yourself, Linda, every time, and Maureen, when you do it?
Yes, absolutely.
Good.
Yes.
Good. And then, Linda, do you ever talk about not accessories? Like, do you talk about other things like?
Always. Yeah. I mean, I do, I talk about networking. I talk about lifestyling. I talk about, self-development, self-empowerment, building connections, that kind of thing. I usually also do spot guests. So I'll even like interview. Yeah, I've done several of those. Annabelle, did I interview you once? I think I might have interviewed you once.
a while ago when we did a little show at the nail spa.
Yeah.
That's actually
and-
a really, really good point, Linda. I'm glad you brought that up. Who can you interview? Like, hey, I'm going to do this one-on-one this week. I'm going to let them know ahead of time. Let's do a quick 5 or 10 minute interview. And people would be like, no. And I'd be like, yeah, it'll be fun.
That was Annabelle's reaction.
You can tag them,
Right.
and then their whole network sees it, right? And then sometimes they will even share it to their business page, or I'll even tag their business page and be like, here, now you have a video for your business page, and I'm interviewing you, and it's like my gift to you, but really it's selfishly, I want more people to see me, right? But
Such a good
it's a
idea.
win-win. So who can you interview this week? Who can you tag in your Facebook Lives? I would always tag your city, like Pleasanton or Loveland, Colorado, or tag where you are. And then if you could tag another business that you're at, or tag anything else in your videos, it's huge. So 3 tips. This is just a really, really easy model. Today, I'm going to give you 3 tips. You want to keep them short and sweet, but and tease them a little bit too. Like, don't give away the farm. Go slow. Okay, the reason why I'm like pause, go slow is really more from me, from my own advice. Like, I need to slow down. And then have your sign off. So you always want to say, follow me at Omni social media, or hey, hit the like button if you thought this video was helpful, or comment one takeaway that you thought was great about this video, or share this post with 3 of your friends to be entered into a drawing to win something. Or you could say, hit the like button to give me some love. I think that's what Carol put on her video. So you can mix it up, but always have something for them to do. Okay, follow me. It's probably always going to be free. And then the more that they hear this, the better. Okay.
That's a good tip. I have never done that. That's a really good tip.
Oh, good. Yeah. Always have a call to action. Oh yeah. Here's my call to action. Send me some love by liking this video. It's as easy as that, right?
I like it.
Yeah. So, okay. So does anybody?
Can I jump in?
Yeah, of course.
My husband and I were talking about videos the other day, and he was saying he followed some funny doctor guy online, and that guy specifically would say, hey, this gets out to more people if you share this video, because most of us don't realize that liking or sharing does anything.
Right.
And there's one guy I follow that comes on, and the whole first 3 minutes he's going, hit like and hit share, and it makes me crazy. But I think it makes me realize that I need to tell people why you would like them to share. Hey, if you appreciate what I'm sharing, share it with your friends. It will help me grow my business and my reach, instead of just want you to like me or something. So
yeah, and incentives always help. So if you share this video, you'll be entered to win a $5 Target gift card, or a coffee date with me, or I will do something, right? Or I will like and share your video when you go live. So always giving an incentive is good. But yeah, I would just start easing into your call to action. Like, sharing is a big ask, but it could be something as simple as show me some love by liking this video. And you have to just remember, okay, I got good news and bad for you. Good news and bad news for you. You have to remember, a lot of people aren't listening. Again, they don't have their sound on. But the reason why we're going to ignore that fact is because Facebook is developing a closed captioning feature where they're going to start, it's going to be very, very easy to add captions to your videos. So get excited for that and practice now, and be on Facebook Live now, because knowing that feature is in the near future. So when that feature does come out, you're already going to be a pro, and then you're just going to have to add your subtitles, and you'll flow right into that whole marketing. You already have it down pat. So isn't that exciting? I'm like really excited about the closed captioning thing. Is anybody planning on building their YouTube channel?
I don't know.
I have a YouTube channel, but I've never really done a whole lot with it. I don't think I knew how to post from my Facebook Live. I didn't know how to put that on my YouTube channel. So if there's a way to do that, that'll be helpful.
Okay, so a couple of reasons. Yeah, so again, I'm gonna show this video in a second. It's actually like this guy walking us through, because it's I'm like, oh yeah, just put your Facebook lives on YouTube, but it's actually a little bit harder than just like than me saying that. Like it actually, there's some steps to it, and you really have to follow what this guy is saying exactly. But what if you could do this, like depending on like the content of your videos, if you are giving 3 tips on community or networking, and these are valuable content, you know, later you can have those videos on YouTube, you can put them on your future website, you can bundle them and, you know, possibly even sell them as a package, right? So there's so many different things. I'll even pull them sometimes, like from my YouTube, like videos I did 3 years ago on how to do network professional networking, and I'll put them in my newsletter, right? And so you can't put a Facebook Live in your newsletter, but you can put a YouTube video in your newsletter. So again, I always want to talk about the big picture goal for your business. Where do you want to go for your business? Do you want to be the premier industry leader in your region or in the US? And so this could help you. This could help leverage your content and get you in front of more people. Once you have 100 subscribers on YouTube, you can have a custom link. So it would be like youtube.com/Omni social media. I don't even have 100 subscribers yet. I'm working on it. But again, this is something I'm building for the future. I'm an SI personality in the DISC spectrum. So that's okay with me that I don't have 100 subscribers, because I know I'll get there, and people will be really impressed when they do go to my YouTube and they're like, dang, she has over 100 videos. So does anybody not want to know how to do their videos? Is somebody like, I'm not doing the YouTube thing, I'm not interested? Everyone's kind of, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys this little, Maureen said, yikes, thanks. Okay, so there's this thing, and I can send you this link too, and he basically just talks about how to make it happen. And come on, load. But before we do this, actually, I'm going to push pause. So it can load. Who knows how often they're going to go live, and what their content's going to be, and how they're going to map out their strategy? And who has questions about what yours specifically? What are you guys thinking? Okay, Annabelle?
I have my hand. I think I want to do it once a week, and I was really inspired by Kelly Simpson's Healthy Tips Tuesdays.
Yeah.
So I might do like healthy living tips, but I think that I'll do them live.
Okay.
But I don't know. The way she's doing it was really nice, how nice her videos look and everything, but I don't know.
So she's recording.
Right, I know.
It takes a long time.
Yeah, so I might just do little healthy living tips.
Healthy living
but I
tips.
like the idea of doing other things too, like
Women empowerment. Remember we talked about that for you?
Right, and self-development. I mean, I'm reading lots of books and on leadership and self-development. So
hey guys, I'm reading this book. Hold up the book. I'm reading this book. I want to tell you 3 things about it. He says, the author is da-da-da. I heard about this book from da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. He says 1, 2, 3.
Great. That's going to be great, because then I can mix it up and it's not all about healthy living. And so, okay.
So Penny, you're next, but real quick, Annabelle, you're going to go live every week on what day of the week?
I don't know yet. How about Tuesday?
15 minutes to figure it out. Okay, yeah. Tuesday.
I think Tuesday.
And how long are you going to go for? Are you going to do 10 Tuesdays in a row? Are you going to do 10 Tuesday? Are you going to do every Tuesday forever?
I want to do every Tuesday forever. That's my goal.
Okay.
I may not be able to. I might skip a Tuesday here and there, but
nope.
My goal is nope. Okay.
You can't, because once you skip one, you'll skip another one, and you'll skip another one.
Exactly. But if I'm on vacation or out of town, I guess I could still do it.
Then you got to pre-record them.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, but you have to make this commitment. If you're like, I'm just going to try it, you're not going to do it.
Right. Okay, every Tuesday, forever.
How about every Tuesday until January 2019?
Okay.
So for the next 7 months, every Tuesday for the next 7 months.
Good, okay.
And then in January, we can reassess, and maybe you want to move it to Wednesday, or maybe you want to do Tuesday, Thursday in January. We'll reassess in January, but every Tuesday till January.
Awesome, okay.
Okay, Penny?
Okay, so I don't have a plan, but you're making me think I need to make a plan. And I was just going to throw out there that I would love to swap interviewing with anybody that wants to interview on your channels. So I'd be happy to be an interviewee, and I'd love to interview you. So I do money management stuff, and you all do different things, and I think they are relevant. So yeah, so put me on your list if you want to connect and do some of that, because I think that will help not feel so overwhelming to, you know, have so much content or whatever.
Yeah.
That's exactly that's how I started with my Facebook Lives. Is I started with my friends. When I was doing a coffee meeting, I would interview, we would chit chat, we would just, you know, talk about whatever. And those were always fun. And then I branched out and started doing them on my own, and I was a lot more comfortable.
Yeah.
So I will do it with you, Penny. And Annette will.
Oh, and I was wondering, Tess, is there a best day of the week to go live or to do posted videos, or
You
does it
know
matter?
what? Get it out there.
Really? There's not a better, there's
Don't
not a
worry
good,
about that stuff, because I don't want you to go, oh, it's best to do it on Saturday. You're not going to do it on a Saturday. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like, just get it done. And then as we get better, refine it, we can start, okay, I see that, you know, I do get better traction if I go live on Friday. And so that might prompt you to do so. But don't wait till Friday to go live, because you won't.
Mhm.
Get a good night's sleep before, you know, make sure to put your makeup on a little bit slower in that morning and like really feel good about yourself. Something I also do, you guys know that I'm really into, okay, so Penny, you have 3 people who want to do interviews with you.
Yeah.
Before I go live, I'll kind of like center myself and just be like, you know, and like pause, maybe do the Wonder Woman's dance, you know, like it's the same thing as going into a networking meeting and like having to be overwhelmed and meeting all these people, right? It's scary. Don't think I just like jump on there. I'm like, okay, I'm here. Da, 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 da. Like, no, it takes a lot for me to do them too. So, okay, Maureen said, I will commit to going live once a week. What day of the week, Maureen? Need to work on my
gosh, yeah, I'm trying to, you know, at first I thought Saturday morning, but then I'm looking at my calendar and I'm going, well, I'm not going to be here on June 2nd. So, but could I do it, you know, depends. I could do it from Yosemite, right? I mean, that might be kind
Yeah,
of cool.
but Saturday's a hard day. I would do it between 9 to 5, Monday through Friday.
Okay. Okay.
I just want to keep it practical for you guys, because if it's not like I know for me, if it's not in my work day, forget it. And I'm tired and my family wants to be with me on Saturday.
Okay. I'm going to commit to Monday morning.
Okay.
Does
Yep.
it have to be like the same day every week? Like,
No, it's just that's for you to get in that headspace. So how about Mondays at 11? Everybody can go live. After I'm done going live at 10.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to do Fridays. Fridays are a good day for me, and if I'm not able to do it live, then I'll pre-record it. I'm going to do Fabulous Friday. That's kind of my thing. I was doing Fashion Friday for a while, but I like Fabulous Friday better because there's so much more facets to me than just fashion. So.
Oh, I like that. I'm going to do Motivated Monday.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
I can't think of
What are
something
you gonna do?
I didn't hear who you asked, but I was thinking I might do Money Mondays.
Mondays
Wow.
at 1.
Oh, I like that.
Pick a time, but I just feel like a time helps me get in the headspace. And then it's like, because I know like, let's say I say like, okay, I'm going to go live every Tuesday at noon. I know that Tuesday at 1, I'm like, I know that I'll be relieved and it's like checked off my list. But if I'm just like, oh yeah, on Tuesday, then it's like, what time? And all of a sudden it's 4 o'clock. And like, you know, so that's just why I do it, so that I know that I'll be done at a certain time and like can get it off my chest. So,
so Tess, is it bad to do it like early in the morning?
No.
That's probably not good, huh?
I wouldn't worry about it. I would make this business work for you. This is why we all are at our homes and offices right now and not at an office space, because we're making these businesses work around us.
Okay.
9 a.m. on Thursday morning is the best time for you. That's when you can do it. And because they play all the time, and it's really what works for you.
Okay.
Did you test another question? Did you say post it on your business page and then share your personal, or should you do you think that's the way to do it?
That's what I would do.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
I have a question too. Do you let people know ahead of time? Hey, watch me. I'm going live in an hour, or tomorrow, or next week, or whatever.
if you're committed. So this is the thing. I hate when people are like, hey, you're on my email list now. You're going to start getting emails from me once a month. And then I get emails for like 2 months, and then I don't get emails anymore. And then like 6 months later, they're like, hey, I'm like, okay, girl, you got to stop, right? So if that's you, I don't want you to say going live every Tuesday at 10 a.m. and then 3 Tuesdays later, you're not doing it. Okay. So you have to know yourself. So I'm speaking to I'm speaking to a lot of different women right now. So if you're one of those people that you think it might fall off in a couple of weeks, do not commit to it. Okay, 'cause that's my pet peeve. I will be mad at you. I'll be like, you said you were gonna do it. Okay. So, but if you're someone like me who will actually stick to something that you've like, okay, I said this in stone on that Facebook Live and I'm gonna do it, then absolutely. Hey guys, and what you can do is we all do a lot of networking. So in your 30-second interval, in your 30 seconds, be like, by the way, watch me every Tuesday at 10 a.m. for my tip. And people are like, what? Facebook, what? Okay, and it perks people up. Whenever you can tie your social media into your live 30-second commercial at networking, it's a great strategy, okay? And
Awesome.
yeah, so totally commit. You can make a little meme in Canva that says live every Tuesday at 10. Totally work this into your marketing. Let people know, oh, I'm too busy to meet with you. No worries. Maybe you'll see me on Facebook Live at Tuesdays at 10. And they're like, what? Like, okay, I'll watch for that. Like tease them and get people like involved,
Another good super tip. I like it.
Cool. So yeah, definitely talk about it during your 30 seconds when you're networking in person. So Christine said, I will commit to doing 1 live by the end of the month. Okay, in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's good for me.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah. I mean, I got to figure out how it all kind of comes together for me in this social media craziness, because there's so many shiny balls that I know that it really has to be, I think it has to be clarified down to really what steps do you want to take in social media. And I think
Christine, for you, I would do 1 walkthrough. So your Facebook Lives might have your face at the beginning, but then you turn the camera around and walk through a house.
Yeah.
Well, I could do that.
Yeah.
That's yours. Nobody else can do that.
Right.
People love seeing other people's houses.
They do.
I love it. I love seeing other people's houses.
Yeah.
Me too. I love that too.
In my own house. Like, I like you walking me through somebody else's house. I don't want to get up and go there. No, I'm kidding. People love that.
That's
okay,
true. They do.
You have to pick 1 house a week that you're going to walk through.
Mm-hmm. And how long does it have to be? It has to be 10 minutes, or could it be like?
No.
It can be 3, 5.
Yeah.
I just say the longer the better, because I know you're going to jump off quicker than what I say. If I say 2 minutes, you're going to do it.
Oh yeah, somebody will do it for 40 seconds and that'll be
So that's why I say 10 minutes, because I want you to actually be on there for 5.
okay.
So
that's
I've
a
heard
psychological ploy that you're using.
Yep, exactly.
so I've heard the shorter the better before. Is that not true anymore?
Yeah, when they don't know what they're talking about and they like, hey guys, what's up?
No, but I mean, I heard that people don't watch them for longer than so many minutes.
Well, that's why we did the 2-minute video with Julia, right?
It depends on your consistency. I think it depends on what your topics are. It depends on if you have a structure, people know what to expect.
Okay.
I think you let your audience know, you train your audience, right?
Okay.
That's what I do. I know people watch mine because they know that I'm not just going to be like, today I had cereal for breakfast. I went to the mailbox and I opened my mail. Like, they know, like, okay, Tess is probably talking about business development, something of value, So you
Hey,
have to,
Tess,
yeah.
what counts as a view on Facebook Lives? Like, is it like just if somebody like glances at it, do they have to watch for a certain amount of time? Like, what
think
counts?
a view is 3 seconds or longer.
Oh, so it could be really nothing.
A view is 3 seconds or longer. A reach is if it just goes across their page on the newsfeed and they don't stop for less than three. Nancy's gonna do 2 tries this month, and that's another thing, guys. You're out of networking. hey, this is where I'm at. You know, pull someone aside, be like, hey, I'm with the president of BNI. We're at this networking meeting. I'm going to show you guys the room in just a second. Today's speaker is this person. Like, just fill people in on what's going on. Turn your camera around. Do the span the room. And then be like, let me know if you want to come. And you can go off.
Okay, so Tess.
Yes.
So if I'm going to do it every Monday morning at 8 o'clock,
Yeah.
then I'm at a meeting on Wednesday.
Yes.
Is that okay
Yes.
to do it live? Not every, you know, does it have to be that? I know you want it for our commitment, but I think sometimes you're at a spot where it's a really cool thing to do.
So I would do 2 then. That was my next thing I was going to say. Have your one that you do every week, and then if you could do, or maybe bi-weekly or whatever you're going to commit to. And then, oh, I'm at a cool event. I'm going to do a second one.
Okay.
The more the merrier, y'all. You know that.
Okay.
The more the better.
Okay.
Cool. So does anybody have any anxiety or anything about the settings, like how to go live? Like, you guys all feel like from that little exercise we did at the beginning, you can find it on Facebook, tag, do a comment, do a filter, like kind of play around with it, and then actually go live? Does anybody have any questions about that?
How do you record it? Like if you do it ahead of time?
Oh yeah.
That you wouldn't even use the Facebook app. You would use another app.
Just a video. Just take a video.
Just take a video from your phone.
Oh, all right. I take a video from my phone and then I would just post it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's easy. Okay, great. Duh.
So does everybody else feel good? You guys have your content? I don't want any excuses.
Can I get you to just touch on the subject of bringing other people in on your Facebook Lives? I love doing that too.
Yeah. So something I learned from doing yours, remember I couldn't get on?
Yes.
So the reason why I couldn't get on that day is because I had in my settings, I had the lock screen up and down. I had this button on so that my phone doesn't go like this. You know how your phone flips and it flips the browsers?
Okay.
I had my lock screen to only go like this, and I didn't know. I didn't even think about it. So it was trying to tell me, which I finally figured out, you have to turn your lock screen off in order to go live with Linda.
Oh, okay.
I with somebody else say, by the way, don't have your lock, just like, probably that's not ever going to happen to anyone except for me, of course, but it's like.
No, I noticed it happened a couple times when Julia was doing the her training as well.
Yeah, you might want to say, by the way, turn that lock feature off.
Okay.
So can you talk a little bit more about that, how you interview people and in live? I guess I've never done that.
So what I do is I have 4 questions that I ask everyone. So I'll be like, I forget what my 4 questions were, but I was like, what's a piece of business advice? And I'll even send them the questions before. And I'll be like, who are you and how many years have you been in business? And they'll be like, I'm Tess. I've been in business for 3 years. And then I'll say, what's a piece of business advice that you would give to other business owners? And they're like, well, Maureen, I did this with you. I've done this with a couple of you guys.
Right.
And they don't talk about their products and services per se. They just talk about advice or what's your key to success. And then they tell me my key to success is waking up every day and drinking a Monster drink, and I'm like, okay, good for you. That's crazy, And so they tell me their key to business success, and I'll say, do you have a life motto or a quote that you live by? And then they'll give me their life motto or quote. And so for every single people I interview, it's the same 4 questions. And then I say, tell me a little bit about your products and services. And they'll say, well, I do this, I do that, we do this and we do that. I'll be like, oh, okay, cool. And I'll be like, all right, guys, if you need new floors, you know who to talk to, contact them. And I'll tag them and their business page. So I have 4 questions that I ask every single person.
But even
logistically, do you have to be with that person? You probably do, huh?
No, we're talking about the sharing.
Yeah, how do you do that?
So Penny, how you do that is you say, like, let's say you and I are going to do it. I'm like, okay, Penny, do you want to do a Facebook Live with me this afternoon at 2? And you're like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go live at 2. When I jump on, you watch me, like you're watching my live. Then on Facebook, it actually says invite someone to go live with you. So then I can say, hey, does anybody want to go live with me? And Penny's like, I do. Like, it can be canned. Or you're like, I'm going to have Penny on here today. I see she's watching, so I'm going to have her come on. And then there's just a little button that says invite Penny. And then as soon as you hit accept, both of our screens are split.
And how do you invite Penny? Do you invite her by her Facebook name?
She has to be watching. So she has to be watching my live. And then there's a button that says invite.
Okay.
So I've done that before, and the person that you're inviting comes in as a little square.
Yeah.
Okay, is that what you
It
mean?
comes in as a square to you, but to the viewers, it comes in side by side.
Good. Okay.
Right, Linda?
Yes.
And you have to have your phone horizontal to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It might not have to be horizontal, but the lock thing cannot be on.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be horizontal, but yeah, the lock thing, that's good to know because I've never been able to tell people, I don't know why you can't
And I'm
go
like,
on.
and I was so mad. I'm like, why can't I? I'm like, I'm here, I'm trying. And it was so annoying. And I finally figured out it was because my lock freaking feature was on.
And where's the lock feature at, Tess?
It's actually on your phone when you slide up. Like if you have an iPhone and you slide up and there's all these different things. And that's like the lock with the arrow around it. Sometimes I turn that on so that my browser won't,
Okay.
so that.
Yeah, I did an interview with some.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a lock with a circle around it. How the hell do you turn that off?
You just click
Click
it.
it.
What were you saying in there?
I did an interview with somebody last week trying to do it on a Facebook Live, and it just totally turned into a disaster because I had never done that where I joined somebody's live before. We were supposed to do it through Zoom. Zoom wasn't working, so we had to switch over, do the live, and I didn't know how to do it. I'd never done it before. And
Yeah.
so the first 2 minutes is her like going, I'm trying to get Annette on. Annette, if you're
that's what
there.
happened
And
with
it
Annette.
was a disaster.
Hey, at least we
But it was a
tried.
good learning
Now you
experience.
know, right? Now you know. So yeah, that lock thing, maybe it is more common than it was. Maybe it was just more than me.
Right, because I tried joining live from my computer, and it wouldn't let me join from my computer, so then I had to switch over to my phone.
Okay, so that's another thing I do want to bring up real quick. Where I know I'm a few minutes over, but I want to bring this up. You can go live from your computer if you're in the Google Chrome. So if you have Safari, you can't go live from your computer. But if you have download Google Chrome, you can actually go live. So that's how I go live on Monday mornings at 10 a.m. And you don't get the filters, but what you get is you can invite people. So I can be like, hey, Annette, I'm live, like publicly. So like you can invite your friends to join you, which it's like, there's some pros to that. So just so you know, like there is that too. If you don't want to go live from your phone, you can go live from your computer. You have to have Google Chrome, and you can invite. That's how I invite you guys on Monday mornings. I'm like, invite this person. And it asks me if I want to invite people who aren't in the inner circle, which is kind of interesting because I wonder if they get a notification and then can't do it. And I'm like, well, you got to join, So anyway, just some strategy there to know about. You can ask me about that. But yeah, Penny, you just have your 4 questions that I just ask every single person. So it sounds really regiment, but it helps you get, people are like, know what to expect. Again, we're training our audience. You can send them the 4 questions ahead of time, and then they can kind of mentally prepare. And then you have all of these, and then of course tag their business. And so it's giving them the exposure. But of course your business is, putting it on, right? Hosting it. So then it gives both. It's a win-win for both.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, I'm so excited. And then what I'll do is I'll just send you this link. I'm not going to show you this video, but I'll send out this link. And if you want to know how to get those videos on YouTube, especially the ones that you're interviewing other people, that would be so great to have on YouTube. It just makes you look so, professional and like that much further in your business. And you already did the work, like just get it in more places. And if you have any questions, let me know. But I'm so excited, and I hope everyone is committed and just ready to tackle this and go live on your Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Tess.
Yeah. Okay, you guys are awesome. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll be here, and we will talk on Monday at 10 a.m.
Thank you, Tess.
Yeah. No
Thank
problem.
you, Tess.
Guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.